Welcome to the classes of St. Michael's Academy. This is the geography class for class 9 and we were doing chapter 5 of your book, that is weathering. In this chapter today we will start about learning the types of weathering. There are two types of weathering, mechanical weathering and chemical weathering. Before starting to learn about the types of weathering, let me just remind you that weathering is nothing but a process of degradation of the land of Earth's surface. So, what is mechanical weathering? Mechanical or physical weathering is the process by which physical forces break down rock, minerals, and soil into finer particles. Any of the various weathering processes that cause physical disintegration of any exposed rock without any change in the chemical composition of the rock is also known as the process of mechanical weathering. Mechanical weathering is a physical process that is constantly happening in nature because the nature is always active. Even if this activity is happening slower than we can feel. For example, when we feel temperatures fluctuate from daytime to nighttime, but we cannot see a rock expanding and contracting. However, we know that this is a real phenomenon, and because of this, what happens, this constant expansion and contraction of the rock, it weakens the rock and eventually causing it to fracture and break down. This phenomena mainly takes place in desert areas where the day temperature is quite high. However, at night the temperature is quite cool. Because of this, the rocks continuously expand and contract. They expand at daytime and they contract at nighttime. This continuous expansion and contraction forces the rocks to develop a series of cracks and joints. Finally, when the rocks become very weak, they split up and break with a sound like a shot of a gun. This is a typical characteristic of granular disintegration. Granular disintegration is a process involved in mechanical weathering. Granular disintegration is when grains of rock become loosened and fall out to leave a pitted, uneven surface because of changing of temperatures. It is common in heterogeneous rocks. Heterogeneous rocks mean rocks which are composed of various minerals. Due to variation of heat, various minerals expand and contract at different rates compared to each other, and this results in the formation of cracks in the rock, and minerals break up grain by grain along these cracks. As you can see in the picture on your screen as well in your book, this is how granular disintegration takes place. Work of temperature changes involves another type of weathering process which is called block disintegration. Now, block disintegration and granular disintegration both take place because of changes in the temperature. However, block disintegration is the splitting of rocks along the joints into blocks. It is caused by repeated contraction and expansion of rocks due to freezing of water in the night and their melting during the day. So it is mainly caused by the action of frost caused as a result of temperature changes. It generally occurs in those regions where there is a high difference in daily range of temperature. Exfoliation is another process involved in this type of weathering, and it takes place in homogeneous rocks, means the rocks which are formed of same minerals. What happens in this process is that the rock mass at depth is under high pressure from underlying rocks, and it tends to be uniform and lack fractures. However, during daytime, only the surface layer of these rocks gets heated and expand by heating. The underlying rock layers, however, remain comparatively cooler. So due to repeated expansion during the day, the surface rock layer gets detached from the underlying rock layer, just as an onion is peeled off in layers. So due to the intense heat and also due to release of pressure, the upper layer split off in foils, leaving behind spherical surface. This process is called exfoliation. This mainly happens because the underlying rocks are very strong. However, the overlying rocks continuously face the expansion and contraction due to the change in the temperature. So today we learned about the mechanical weathering and the different processes that takes place under mechanical weathering. Today's class was just about the temperature changes due to which weathering takes place. Then in the next class we'll be learning about the other processes due to which mechanical weathering takes place. So that will be all for today. You can email me your doubts and queries at this email ID. Also, if you have any feedback to improve the video, you think that you can contribute something, so you are most welcome to send your emails in this email ID. Thank you.